I've worked with a lot of tech teams over the 25 years in my career, and there are good teams, some great teams, and some teams that could use improvement. I fix broken dev teams, and it's really simple, but there are some red flags, and there's some ways that you can tell if they're in trouble or not. Signs your team is in trouble. First one is most obvious: missed deadlines. There are two reasons why people miss deadlines. One, they overestimated how much work they could get done in a certain period of time, and two, the other option is those deadlines are unrealistic. It's not always on the dev team when they miss a deadline. We need to revisit that and think, okay, what can we deliver in this time frame? We need to have clear deadlines and clear goals. And another thing is constant firefighting. If you release code on Tuesday and every Wednesday and Thursday you're fixing bugs, there's a problem. Aspect is finger pointing. That is really critical. When the team starts pointing fingers at everyone else, playing the blame game, you know something's gonna miss. So how do you fix those problems? So we talked about three of them. We talked about missed deadlines and firefighting and finger pointing. So the missed deadlines, you need to have the right people in the room during sprint planning. You need to make sure everything is organized and prioritized in the backlog, and your dev team sets the commitment level for the sprint. So stretch them, add one more story or add X number of story points to the backlog. Keep them engaged, keep them organized, and keep them motivated. Now the second one, the firefighting, that's a pattern. Let's stop that pattern. So the way you stop that is you have a better QA process. You implement some automated unit tests. I've seen places where that's part of the check-in process. They will do a gated check-in and once it's approved, then it runs the unit tests, and then it will commit it only when those unit tests pass. Otherwise, there need to be revisions, and you can go from there. But you do need to have some systems in place for that. And a good QA engineer will test an app and will think outside the box. And your finger pointing, well, if you solve those first things, finger pointing goes down. When the team is running effectively, they won't finger point. So one thing I've done to avoid finger pointing is I've made sure that everyone has their voice heard. People start finger pointing when they don't feel valued and they don't feel heard. So they can be heard, but we don't always agree with everyone's suggestion. If we have two different suggestions, we're going to go with one or the other. We can't use both. Then there comes to be a time when we have to pick someone's decision over someone else. But we also take into account both of those suggestions. And as a fractional CTO, the first thing I do when I come into a new organization is I talk to each team member, see how things are going, what the problems are, or maybe some red flags, and how we can improve. I hope you found this valuable, and I'll catch you again next time.